Howdy, Space Rangers, Captain Phoenix here. My, is it good to see your beautiful faces again? So, let me just jump right into this. If you remember my video last week, I went to go see The Incredibles 2 with my bro and my uncles. So, if you also remember, I said in that video that I would be making an Incredibles 2 review. Now, it wasn't going to be in the same week. I was gonna produce the video the following week, which is this week. Now, if in case you haven't watched my homie video, I will be making just a few little references to that. Hopefully, the homie video is like down there in the title section below. I don't know. Just look for the homie video, subscribe to my channel, and like and subscribe and comment. But back to this. Yeah, so I made a homie video about me going to see The Incredibles 2. I was really excited for it. As I said, I was gonna produce my video the following week on Friday. Today is Thursday, so I got an extra day to do it early. As I said, I was gonna be busy all week, but that's nothing to you guys considering I produce a video every Friday, so no difference. I just wanted to release my video on Saturday last week, but I didn't have enough time, so that's why I'm doing it this Friday. So here we are, me producing my video on a Thursday, first one ever. So let's get right into the review. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment on this video, because remember, your opinions matter. Let's go right into the review. So, what were my initial thoughts? If you remember seeing my homie video, I said I was very excited for it. I had waited a very long time for it. This movie was, how do I put this? It was really anticipated. So when it came into the theaters, I have never seen a movie that started the minute it ended. I was so shocked. I'm just like, how did it end? Where's more of this stuff? Why did it end so soon? And this is Pixar's longest film, 2 hours and 6 minutes. How does it end so fast? I was so shocked by how it just ended like that. And the ending sort of seemed like it was pointing to an Incredibles 3. Like, they're sort of hinting that there will be a future sequel, or at least a little follow-up. I don't know, but it was sort of hinting that there's something else coming. Although in an interview with the directors and the actors, they were saying that even though they like The Incredibles 2, they don't seem to be coming back for a sequel. Or at least everyone but Samuel L. Jackson said they don't want to come back for a sequel. So, yeah, the movie was really good. It had great animation, spectacular characters, a well-rounded story, great writing. Like, you could tell there was such creative, well-thought writing going into this film. I loved every conversation that the characters were interacting between each other. It was just great. Go check out The Incredibles 2. It's a wonderful film. By far one of Pixar's best sequels. I think it might actually be Pixar's best sequel. That's not a Toy Story film, okay? It's not that level. It's Pixar's best non-Toy Story sequel. That I will say for sure. No, we're done with the bland review. Let's get into the spoiler territory. So, what do you think of the movie? As I said, the animation was great. A big step up from 2004. In fact, I actually think that we are so advanced in technology that Pixar just had to pull the brakes back a bit. They're like, yo, if we do too much of a good job, these guys won't look recognizable. I mean, the textures, they just look so great. The way they flow with the animation, not to mention the powers. Let me just say for sure that the powers were awesome in this movie. Everyone got to show off their powers just a little bit, but they did it in the most spectacular way. Violet, we got to see more of her powers being done. Void, Elastigirl's biggest fan, got to have a battle with Violet, which was really awesome. We had Frozen versus the new group of supers, I'll call them the new generation of supers, whatever. We have Frozen going against the new supers, and it's just awesome. We have an experienced superhero against like 5 or 6 other supers. It comes down to it being like skills and numbers, and it's just great. We have this great fight sequence between Elastigirl and the Screen Slaver. Is just so up close, almost in that epileptic zone. It's kind of uncomfortable. It's just so there. That was the most gripping fight of the movie, personally, to me. It was just freaking awesome. The whole movie just felt like it had entire flow, especially with the powers. And when it came to Elastigirl, they did not fall short. Since this is her movie, they used her powers to the fullest extent. Everything she did was just a new burst of awesomeness. I just love how everyone's power was involved in something. Like, for the first time, we had supers going against supers after 15 years of disappearance. I mean, sure, maybe they weren't supers before, but here they are now. So, yeah, that was the animation. Let's get on with the characters. So, we obviously have a gender switch role, I think, between the heroes and the villains, where Helen is now like the main hero, or at least the main character of this movie. Now, when she gets elected to be a superhero by Winston, I really like that perspective, because when she and Bob are talking about it, we see that Bob is, jealous of her because he wants to be in the spotlight. She doesn't want to be in a spot. She doesn't want to be in the spotlight. Bob was the one who was suffering from midlife crisis. Women don't get midlife crisis, so she was just perfectly fine with being a stay-at-home mom. But Bob is just like, I want to be a hero. Why are you being a hero? As in, I like that conversation and that perspective. It's not like, oh, women are less, or oh, women, yeah, women are rising, which has been a current theme with Disney, especially in Star Wars, with Kathleen Kennedy as the president. She has been leaning more on the women's are more better than men. Women's must take over the earth. Women's, yay, whoa, whoa. At least with Pixar, they keep it more balanced. They know that there's this fine line, and I like how they keep it balanced. And that conversation with Bob and Helen was just golden. We have Bob who's jealous, but he just came from suffering from midlife crisis. Helen, she doesn't seem to mind anything. She's like, I know you're jealous, but trust me, after this, you can go do whatever you want. So Bob has to be the stay-at-home dad, also known as the Mr. Mom kind of thing. It's an interesting perspective. I mean, it's been shown in a lot of TV shows and such, but I think they handled it here well, considering that superhero movies these days are more comedic. They're more leaning on the comedic side. DC, change your mind, DC. They are leaning more on the comedic side, and I feel like that it works well for them. We've had recent films like Thor, Ragnarok, more of the Marvel films, Civil War and such. And so it's good to see that Pixar is also embracing this, knowing that if it suits the public, then it has to suit the public. Now, I wouldn't say that this will last forever, like how the Fast Incredibles lasted forever, but I do say that they're on the right track. Now, let's get on with the other characters I didn't, seem to get invested in. So first we had Violet. Now Violet is a character I like. I would put her up there with the other people, Frozone, Void, Elastigirl, Mr. Incredible. All those guys, I love them. Void, I just love how she uses her portal powers for just interesting things and how she makes it happen. Frozone is just a blast in this movie. I loved how he got more screen time. I loved Samuel L. Jackson's role because Frozone was just the best character in this movie. And his conversation with Honey, if you remember my trailer analysis, his conversation with Honey, I said that it was going to be funny. I hope we get to see more of that. Unfortunately, that was the only conversation, or even the only bit of dialogue we got from Honey in the movie. And it was shown in the trailer. Way to go, Pixar. Now let's go to the characters that I didn't hook up with so much. We had Dash. So in the first movie, we had Dash as a normal kid. He just wants to, be a racing kid because he's got super speed. In this movie, he is a character that I really like. As I said, Pixar does well with their characters. All of them are on the good list. I'm just naming the flaws of some characters. As I said, we have a whole list of good characters. All of them have good qualities. I'm just picking out the flaws of random characters. So guys, if there's any hate down in section below, no, I don't hate any characters. I love all characters. So yeah, we have Dash, who I said I like, but he does have this flaw where he didn't get as much screen time in the first movie, as in he didn't seem as well-rounded as he did in the first movie. In this movie, he's actually acting as Violet's younger brother. He's just bugging her, annoying her, irritating her, ruining her life. It's just really annoying. Okay, well, he doesn't like really ruin her life, but he just really acts like a typical normal younger brother would. Violet, here we have her story. I'm not sure about her story. At the end of the first movie, we had Tony Ridinger asking her out to a movie. Then here we have this whole story with her and Tony. Oh my gosh, how could you forget about me? And I'm like, yeah, really, really, Tuxo, really. You have a teenager on your hands, and out of all the things to give her, you give her this story, really. I'm not saying I hate it. I'm not saying I don't like Violet. She's a really great character. But, really, this story just got played out so much that it wasn't bad. I just laughed like a lot. It was just too funny to take seriously. Pixel just made it too funny to take seriously, honestly. Like the scene where they went to the diner and they are having a meal. Now, Bob doesn't know he's not helping Violet. Dash knows that Bob is not helping Violet. So he's also acting dumb and pressing Violet's buttons. He's just like, where'd you get this tab? Wonderful tab. I'm like, wow, I feel for you, Violet. And the scene where she like sees Tony and she just spews out cold water out of her nose. That was the most funniest part of basically the entire movie. You know, they usually do that to guys, but to girls I've never seen that. Usually for guys in shows, may I help you? It was really funny. It was also good to see that there were some TV shows in The Incredibles like Johnny Quest or some old 60s shows. It was fun to see animation within animation because you only see that in live action movies. So I actually for a minute thought that this movie was live action. So that was just incredible in itself. Hey. So let's get on to the villain. So the screenslaver, aka evil endeavor, she's the villain. Yes, Evelyn is the villain. I already saw that one coming. Watch my trailer analysis. I already said it in my trailer analysis. I said Evelyn is the villain, and guess what? I'm right. So yeah, how is the villain? It's fine. I think we can all agree that Syndrome is a better villain, but Evelyn did not do a bad job. I mean, honestly, we could obviously see she was the villain. She's basically in the shadows. Every scene she's in, she's basically in the shadows. It's more like this. Guess which one is Evelyn Devers? Hashtag screenslaver or something like that. So like, honestly, it gets kind of hard to buy that Winston could have been the villain. For a second, I actually thought Winston might have been the villain, but it turns out he just really loves superheroes. He's all clean. That dude and me, we're fine. We're bros, man. Oh, what's this, Winston? Thanks, man. So yeah, Winston was pretty cool as a character. Really liked him. Evelyn, on the other hand, could have done a bit more work on her. Although, what I do like is that her intentions are the exact opposites of Syndrome from the first movie. Syndrome looked up to superheroes and he got turned down by one. So he wants to create danger in the world so that superheroes don't come back, so that everyone is super. Here, Evelyn, her parents looked up to supers, but they died because supers didn't like answer the phone. So now she's feeling that people need to be more safe. So she's raising the superheroes, but she's crushing them because supers are too dangerous. They can't be relied on. You only have yourself to think of. And that's why you must be stronger by yourself. And that's what kind of a bit of what Syndrome was doing. But if you watch the movie more better, you can see the turnaround. I also like how the story really built itself up. And the story was one of the best aspects of this film. It was really great. Had a nice follow-up. I've already given you the story from the characters and the animation, so I really don't need to express on it. The trailer's already given you the full gist of the story. It's just perfect. So, anyway guys, this has been my Incredibles 2 review. It's been 15 minutes long, but that's not bad. I've given you my thoughts and feelings on it. It's one of Pixar's better sequels. I love it. I love the animation. I love everything. The characters are beautiful. The villain could have been done a bit more work on, but the story is pitch perfect. Is it as good as the first Incredibles? Not quite there. How much should I give it out? 10? 9.5. Because that film is just as great. I would even say it's incredible. This video is brought to you by Fitness Solutions. These guys are a nice fitness company. They sell equipment, and okay, I'm kind of busy right now.